Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Solving Problems in My Farm. My name is Karla Garcia, Hort Americas Technical Service and Consultant, and today we're going to be learning about how to choose light spectrum for lettuce inside of your vertical farm. As you know, lettuce is a very common crop that we usually grow inside of vertical farming systems, and of course we need light for these systems, and there are a lot of different options, but today we're going to focus on the light spectrum, which is the color of the light. So behind me I have some lamps here. I also have more lamps, and today we're going to discuss why we see some colors and which are the colors that you want if you are planning to grow lettuce inside your vertical farm. First, we need to think about to select a lamp that will provide colors of light that will make your plant to work more. Because if we choose, for example, like just white LEDs, those white LEDs can work for lettuce. Yes, they can work. They can provide the light intensity that we requires. But in this case, we want to provide the colors of light that we know can promote more photosynthesis on our plants, because we are paying for light, right? So we want to provide those colors that will make our plants to work more. If we speak about those colors of light, mainly red and blue will be the colors that are linked to photosynthesis, meaning that these colors will promote more photosynthesis on our plants. But red and blue are also colors that can provide some characteristics to our plants, and not always will be like a very desirable characteristic. So that's why we need to find the light recipe that will work best for our plants. For example, red light can tend to stretch our plants. If you have only red, you will have a very stretched plant. If you have only blue, you will have a plant that is very compact. So that's why there is research done in order to see the effect of the percentage of light, of different colors of light for lettuce. So here we have experiment done where different spectrums of light were used, and you can see the effect on leafy greens. Here we have lettuce, we have green lettuce, and we have also red lettuce. The red color is something that we need to speak about because the plant will have a response also to the colors of light in order to make this red color. As you can see in here, there are some colors that will trigger a specific effect on your plants. So if you are providing too much red or too much blue, you can see sometimes some characteristics that are not desirable. So that's why we need to look for a good light supplier that will have a good recipe that you can apply into your system. In the case of lettuce, the combination of colors that we usually recommend is to have red, blue. Always red will be on the highest percentage. We'll have a lower percentage of blue color, and we also include white LEDs. This is because white is also providing green light, and white LEDs will provide all the colors of light that will help you to see your crop, because when you have just red and blue, sometimes it could be hard for you to see, you know, the crop and the deficiencies and all of that. So if you add a little bit of white LEDs, you can see your crop better. And also, when we're providing red and blue, those colors are very linked to the process of photosynthesis. However, there could be other colors linked to other characteristics that could be important for our plants. So that's why we use white as a complement of light that will provide the safest spectrum for our plants. That doesn't mean that you cannot use a lamp that is only red and blue. A good recipe with red and blue can be used for leafy greens. Here, actually, we have a lamp behind me that is only red and blue, and it can be used for leafy greens. However, it will depend on the objective of the grower, and now a lot of growers that are more focused on the complete spectrum that we call the full spectrum lights that will provide red, blue, and also white color. Remember that these colors will also make your lamp more efficient, which is one of the biggest goals inside of vertical farms. We need to look to have a system that is efficient, and this will be something that you can target with a good lamp that is good in terms of the electrical components. It will help you to save power and also provide a light recipe that will make your plant to work more. So here is an example of the light spectrum that can be recommended for lettuce. We have the first spectrum over here is PKR, which is a very common spectrum, safe spectrum for lettuce in general. It will provide a good light intensity. These lamps are designed to provide between 200 to 150 micromoles per square meter per second for lettuce, and it will provide the colors of light that are required for lettuce. If you are looking to have a little bit more blue, for example, if you're working with red lettuce, for example, red lettuce, the color red will be triggered by blue light, and also there are other colors that can help with this. Far red light can help, and also UV light can help. But these colors are outside of par, meaning that these colors are not inside of the spectrum that we know is directly related to photosynthesis. So that can make your lamp less efficient. So we only use those colors when we know those colors will be promoting a really good effect on our plant. So in this case, blue light, for example, can provide the effect of making your lettuce red. You can check different research and make your own decision and use far red or blue light in order to promote the color in red lettuce. But usually inside of vertical farming systems, blue light can be a good option. So here again, we're looking to different spectrums of light. We can also share a spectrum with a little bit more blue. So here we have the option of PKB, which is another model that we have in Hort Americas that will provide a little bit more blue. There are also some lamps that can provide a little bit of far red, like 5% of far red. This is the PKF lamp. So again, there are multiple options. You need to look on how you want to plant to grow, and which are the decisions that you are going to make based on what is going to make your system more efficient, and what will help you to make the plant have the characteristics that you want. So if we want to summarize the information learned today, red light is one of the most important colors of light for photosynthesis. So the lamps that are designed for leafy greens or lettuce, for example, will always have more red. And after that, we can decide if we want more blue, or if we want to have also white LEDs. You can also define if you want to add far red, depending on the characteristics that you want for your plant. However, the most common recipe that we usually use for lettuce is a full spectrum that can provide red, blue, and white LEDs. Also remember to check the light intensity. For lettuce, we don't want to have too much light that can affect. Usually something higher, let's say that 400, that's too much light for lettuce. That can also damage the crop. So we need to decide which lamp is going to provide the best light intensity and the best light quality, which is the spectrum. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the information. If you have any questions, just write your comments below. Remember to subscribe in order to continue learning about controlled environment agriculture. And don't forget to share this video with someone that can get good information about how to select the lamps for lettuce inside a vertical farming system. Remember, my name is Karla Garcia, Hort Americas Technical Service and Consultant. See you on the next video.